We are back with another Adventure Time video and a new series to the channel, which will hopefully be the beginning of many. In this series, I'll be going over what I think are the best and the worst of a particular show. Today, Adventure Time episodes. After the hype for the finale has died down and we've taken a good break from Adventure Time, it seems like the perfect time to make this. So how the series is going to work is I'm going to go over the 3 best in my opinion and the 3 worst in my opinion. Because no matter how good something is, there's always those little ones that bring down the bunch. Without further ado, best.
Wow.
In at number 3, for the best, I have to put Remember You. As I've said so many times, this episode means so much to the overall story of the show, revealing to us info about Oo's past that we never even knew about. It was one of those episodes to really begin the story of the show, transforming Adventure Time from a mixed show with no central plot to a show based on story and character. It was a pivotal moment for Adventure Time, and that's why it comes in as a best at number 3. For my second best spot, I couldn't just narrow down one singular episode. So here, I'm putting the entirety of the Stakes miniseries. This was the first set of proper miniseries we got, with a new title sequence, new ending theme, and everything. It was incredible. This further reinforced the story and the character that drives the show, and made us fall in love with the show even more. This miniseries allowed Adventure Time to reaffirm itself as one of the top dogs in animation, as not only did it provide an interesting story, the story dived into themes and messages that the show had previously never explored. And for this, I have to put it in at second best. And the best.
You know this.
Come Along With Me. There are some things wrong with this finale, I have to admit. People have pointed out some plot holes, some things that didn't get resolved. But if you've watched the entire show leading up to this finale, you cannot deny it was one of the most spectacular finales in animation, especially in the last 5 years. It brought together all the characters we love and tossed them in with a variety of threats that we have never seen before. It showed us so nicely what a culmination of 8 years of animation can create. And though I wish it wasn't over, I'm happy to say that the finale episode comes in at the best spot. And now for the sad part. All shows, no matter how good, have their bad moments. Sometimes it's bad characters, sometimes it's bad subplots, and in this case, bad episodes. And Adventure Time definitely had its fair share. With 10 seasons of episodes, you're bound to have a few that aren't up to par. So in my number 3 worst spot, Furniture and Meat. Now, this episode took me by complete surprise, because it feels like Finn and Jake aren't even Finn and Jake in this episode. The entire episode, their personalities are nothing like their usual selves, and it feels like someone else who had no idea what Finn and Jake were really like wrote the characters for this episode. Jake is acting all bananas, forcing people to do things for money, and Finn is just playing along so nonchalantly. It's all so strange. And for this reason, I have to put this in at the number 3 worst spot. Now, I don't want to be sad on the guest animators that come in. They do an amazing job, making Adventure Time feel like a whole new place. Bad Jubies was a great example of this. However, most of the episodes are the bad examples. A glitch is a glitch. This episode was painful to watch, honestly. The purposely glitchy animation and blocky character style really took away from what made Adventure Time Adventure Time. Instead, I was in a constant state of
huh?
As the animation on top of the entire story just made absolutely no sense. And how does it fit in with the lore of the world? I actually don't know. The writing really took a hit in this episode, and on top of the animation, which is really not my cup of tea, this has to be on the worst list. And my number 1 worst episode of Adventure Time, Water Park Prank. This episode is horrible. Please do not watch this. Again, the writing and animation take a huge hit in this episode. It feels so forced onto the screen, and it doesn't feel genuine at heart as most Adventure Time episodes do. It felt like they half-shot this episode. You know that quote, "Shoot for the moon and you'll land amongst the stars"? Well, this episode didn't even make it past the Earth. It absolutely tanked. We have this horrible plot with this very annoying animation, similar to Glitch is a Glitch. It really just doesn't feel like Adventure Time. I cannot recommend this episode to anyone. I'm sorry, Pendleton. I'm sorry. Anyways, that was the best to worst of the Adventure Time episodes. Let me know if you agree or disagree with this list. And also let me know if you like this series idea. I do have a lot more episodes planned, so stay tuned. Hope you have a great day, and until next time.